Hi, welcome back. This is part 3 of today's campaign update, and this is the um, state of the world part of the update. My name is Susan Maud Buchser-Lochocki. I am a presidential candidate from the 2024 presidential election. I am considering running again for the 2028 presidential election, but I have not fully decided that yet, but there's a good chance that I will. And I'm also a past candidate for the 2020 election and also a Congress candidate in 2022. Welcome. This is State of the World, and the world is having, good and bad things. Right now, we're hearing a lot about Israel and Gaza and peace plans there, which seem to be holding and working and happening. So this is all, that part is good news. I'm not 100% happy with, the things that the Palestinians are having to accept as their new reality. I mean, the whole Gaza is pretty much flattened. There's not much left. So this is really sad. Really sad. And, these are people who've been abused since 1947, since the maps were redrawn of the region and a whole new country was created from a country that already existed. And the Palestinians have been fighting this, but they're not strong enough and they keep losing. So what we are seeing is how colonists work, how they come in and they just take over. And, there have been killings upon killings upon killings in a place where, it's supposed to be the Holy Land, first off. So why holy people can't get along together? I mean, if you're all there and you're all believing from the same original text, which is the Old Testament from the Bible, or the parts of the Quran, or the Talmud in Judaism, then you're all working with the same God anyways. So I don't understand why you can't get along and why this keeps happening and why it's going on still today. I don't get the whole point of living with occupation and abuse and narcissism and genocide. How can anyone watch some of these things and think this is okay? And it's their right because they're the chosen people. So, colonialism should end. It's time to break that cycle. Respecting borders and boundaries of countries needs to happen. And I understand that Israel has these squatters and settlers. And this is also unacceptable. If a house belongs to somebody, it belongs to somebody. You have no right to just go in and take it from them. These are Nazi tactics. And I don't think you want to be seen as like the Nazis. I hope that's not what you want to be seen as. But with some of the information coming out of your region, this is what we see. This is what we hear. Now, I have never been to Israel or Palestine or I've been to Egypt, but, I just I don't understand why people have to be so aggressive and why people can't respect other people. It's as simple as that. So we have to make colonialism a last millennium thing. It shouldn't be happening this millennium. It shouldn't be happening this decade, and it certainly shouldn't be happening in this century. It's childish behavior, it's bullying, and it belongs in the past. It is not the future, and it should not be used in the future, especially if we want to be space travelers and whatnot. We have no place being that abusive and like a bully. We have to respect life. We have to respect boundaries, and we have to respect cultures. The only time when we don't have to respect things is when somebody is being hurt, or if something is truly damaging to somebody mental capacities and stuff like that. So these are, I don't know exactly what's going on in Israel or Palestine, whatever you want to call it. But what I can say is that Donald Trump, he officially said that today was Columbus Day, which means that he's siding with the side of the colonist. So he's a colonist believer. He thinks it's okay to go in and just take things that don't belong to you. It's as simple as that. Whereas I am Indigenous Peoples Day celebrator, and I believe that Indigenous people have the right to their lands, even if they're peaceful people and they don't want to fight you. It doesn't mean that they don't own their land. It doesn't mean that they don't care about their land. It just means they're pacifists. That's what it means. They're pacifists. They don't want to fight you. And they just want to live life and garden, So bullies need to get out of a position of power. That's what we have to do. We have to start putting pacifists in office so that we can stop this aggression and aggressiveness taking over whole countries and giving them to somebody else. It's just as plain as that. And we are not a religious world. So, bringing on Armageddon, the end of times, the rapture, it's not in my agenda. I don't want it. I don't think you really want it either. So we don't really technically need an Israel. We never did. It was perfectly fine being Palestine. People had Palestinian passports back in 1947. So why did we have to change a whole country and give it to somebody else? This is my big concern. Everyone else is talking about 1967. I'm talking about 1947. I'm talking about 1948. And I'm talking about how slowly Israel and Israelis have taken over more and more land, not through purchasing it, but through taking it. And I'm concerned for their attacks on other countries around them. I don't know if they are as peaceful as they would like the rest of the world to believe. But we do seem to have a peace plan now in starting. Hostages were exchanged on both sides and released. So now maybe there might be a chance. But for the poor Palestinians, at what expense are they having to say yes to this agreement? Okay. So, there's a lot more going on than just Israel-Palestine conflict. There is a whole, we're not really even hearing about Russia right now. And in the US, it's a mess. Government shutdown. We got more mass shootings again. And ammunition company building blew up. So, and sadly, people died in all of these things. So we got problems in the USA, but promoting peace outside of the country seems to be what President Trump is more focused on. I'm not really sure why. We don't really have domestic tranquility, do we? And we're supposed to provide for the common defense, and apparently there's no money for military at the moment, or maybe they found some money. I don't know. It's a bit confusing. Then, what is it? The general welfare. So I guess, we're putting a lot of people in unemployment. So I guess that's also there. So yeah, we got lots to do in our own country, and yet our president is getting involved in other things. I guess, getting that Peace Prize is maybe a little too important for him. It's just a European prize. There are other things to get, USA first, right? Okay, so on that note, I will stop here. It is a bit confusing, all the weird things going on at the moment, but let's see what's going to happen. I do congratulate President Trump on getting a ceasefire and a hostage exchange between Israel and Hamas, and I do hope the region finds peace, and peace with diversity. I hope it's really done now. Fingers crossed. Okay, so thank you for stopping by. I wish you a good time wherever you are. I am Susan Maud Buchser-Lochocki. I have a website. It's susan4usa.com. That's Susan the number 4usa.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested in the things that I'm bringing to you. I know right now these are a little bit more opinion pieces, but now I have a couple of days where I can really go through and work out what I'm working on with women's issues and get my domestic tranquility concept together. Okay. So I wish us all peace. World peace. It's time. Okay. Bye for now.